Hello everyone, Dr. Shado here for a little blog update today because I got a few problems, unfortunately. I was supposed to be uploading the Prometheus review to YouTube today. Actually, it was supposed to just be going live today. I had set it to upload earlier yesterday, as YouTube allows me to upload it early and tell it to just make it live later, and I've got these things done several months ahead of time, so it makes sense to just upload it early. The problem is, when it went through the upload and it went through the processing, it gave me a little error message saying that it was too long. And yeah, come to find out that I have a copyright strike. Now, it should be an obvious thing when you have a copyright strike, but it was a bit of a surprise because for some reason YouTube seems to have changed their email notification things. I mean, I get emails all the time now about, your video's ready to watch, everyone can see your video now, your video is ready and people can watch it, it's live on YouTube, your video is ready to watch. Even when I upload it private and no one can watch it, people can see your video now, it's ready to watch, yay! I was like, I expect that. But when it comes to copyright strike against my channel and against a specific video by a specific company that's going to have rather negative ramifications on my YouTube presence, that apparently isn't important enough to actually send a video or send a email about. And so it's, yeah, thanks guys. In case you're wondering, it's the Bloodsport review. It was blocked worldwide because of a copyright claim by MGM. MGM on my Bloodsport review. Now, Bloodsport, as you know, it was originally distributed by the Canon Group, and then later, on its DVD releases, its rights were sold to Warner Brothers. I'm sure you noticed in that entire conversation, MGM just did not come up. And Cazette is smacking around some dishes right now. Point is, MGM not only does not, but it seems, as far as my research shows, that they have never owned the rights to Bloodsport. And even if they did, I'm sure you also know about the little thing called fair use copyright law. I do not need permission if I am using the copyrighted material in a way that involves commentary and criticism. And of course, in a review, every single clip I use small clips here and there, and I use them for the purpose of review. So yeah, it's protected by it's protected by fair use copyright law, and they don't even own the copyright to that movie. So yay. So that has put a strike against my account, which means my ability to upload videos longer than 15 minutes has been removed until that is settled, either by me deleting my video, and I obviously don't want to do that if I'm making this video, or me disputing the claim with MGM. And YouTube has kind of fucked up the dispute thing. I mean, they streamlined it a bit. They give you about, 5 warnings now instead of the old one about you can go to court if you're found lying about this. But also, when it gets to the point where you enter in, you go through all the menus, you select, okay, this is bullshit because of this, and here's the message, send this, that, and yes, I acknowledge, and fill in your signature, your digital signature, fill in your full name for work as your digital signature. Don't press enter when you fill in your full name, because if you do, it defaults to cancel. Fill in your name and then move over and select, continue, which is a little hard to do because if you've ever had to do it before, it has the little text box pop down to say, do you mean this name? Is this your name? And yeah, of course, if you select that, it automatically enters it and automatically cancels it. And yeah, so you have to fill it out and then select the continue button that's now 70% obscured by your name popping in the box covering it up. So yeah, because I knew I was supposed to get a notification, the status of it was supposed to change, and it's supposed to go live after you start filing the dispute, and that wasn't happening. So I had to do it like 3 times over before I realized it was pressing enter that was fucking me up. Who knew when you press enter you're not actually entering something? So, yeah. Unfortunately, that means, for now, the Prometheus review is going to be delayed going on YouTube. It's been on Blip for like 4 months now, and you can still view it on Blip. I'm going to have the link down in the description for you to go right to the review. And for those of you who are new subscribers, don't really know exactly how this channel works, the review trailers all have links to the full reviews in the description. And for the next few weeks, it looks like that's going to be the new reviews, because unless some amazing thing happens and MGM realizes, hey, we don't have this copyright and we should probably not be doing this, and they actually pull their claim against me, then it'll go up a lot sooner. But I'm guessing it's going to happen about the same as most of the other copyright claims that have been thrown against me, where they're going to sit on their ass for the month, which is the maximum amount of time they can do so, and then decide to pull the claim because they are not protected fair use. I'm obviously in the right here. So, yeah. It's, I'm still going to have new reviews coming up, and they're going to be accessible through the review trailers as normal. I'm kind of questioning whether or not people realize that, simply because when my reviews go up, they don't get nearly as many views as the ones that the full review goes up on YouTube. I know it's a lot easier to just view it on YouTube, and a lot more people can search for it. But my subscriber base has increased over 3 times, and my viewers on Blip have kind of stayed the same. So, I don't expect to be getting... If my views on Blip had increased 3 times and my revenues on Blip had increased 3 times, I'd be making $36 a month. Which is a lot better than 12. But, yeah, it's not exactly rolling in the dough here. I'm still very, very low on the internet personality totem pole. But it would be nice to get a few more views on my Blip show. And, yeah, I'm kind of, you can probably see I'm all frizzy, I look like shit. I walked 9 miles today before coming back. I went out, got frustrated, and I went walking. And part of the way through, I decided, you know what, I'm going to just keep walking. I'm going to walk all the way to Walmart. And in case you don't know, I live in the middle of fucking nowhere, and the nearest Walmart is 4.5 miles. And when I get there, I find out they don't have shit. I was looking at, Wii U games, and I know there haven't really been many that have released since launch anyway, but still, there were a few that came out at launch that I didn't get at launch because I wanted to wait for the price to come down a little bit and see, maybe I can pick up Ninja Gaiden or Zombie U, some third-party titles. I'm sure the price came down a little bit there, and no, those were all $60 there, and I'm like, and then I look down a bit to the Wii games, and they got, Metroid Other M. Very old, considered the worst Metroid game ever, $50 full price. I'm like, what the fuck? Especially that game, Metroid Other M. I actually did buy it recently. I was buying a bunch of cheap-ass games for the fuck of it, and just, spend I didn't even spend a month's pay on Metroid Other M. I spent $10 on Amazon for that. But I also got a bunch of other movies and stuff. And the one thing, Podunk, middle of nowhere town, one thing I was able to actually get for not too much money, about a month's pay for me. Left Behind, the DVD collection. Kirk Cameron. Don't know if I'll be reviewing that, but I have it now. I haven't actually seen it. I don't know if it's got some cinematic quality to it, but I've seen some of Kirk Cameron's arguments in other forms, and yeah, try and concentrate on the movie and the story it tells, that kind of thing. If I go about reviewing those, I don't know, but there it is, and it's not Asylum, it's not Faith Films, I'm sure. Cloud 10 Pictures. Better than Cloud 9, motherfucker. Hey, Terra Girl. How you doing? You okay? You don't like me picking you up, especially in that weird, uncomfortable way? Fair enough. I gotta be careful with this blog. I got a timer there to make sure that I don't go over 15 minutes, because otherwise I can't upload it. And, yeah, so, I've got reviews. I'm gonna be still making reviews, and I'm still gonna be uploading my review trailers, and there's still gonna be the links right in the review trailer description. Just click on it, go to the full review on Manic Expression, watch it at your leisure, enjoy, and, hopefully I'll be able to get the Prometheus review up on YouTube rather soon. I mean, I can't make money on it on YouTube. YouTube's policies are, I'd need, for Prometheus, I would need express written permission, signed, notarized, and faxed from Fox to Google Studios to allow me to make money on the stuff that, is fair use. I'm legally allowed to make money on it, but Google is not government. Google is a private corporation, so they can have different rules, and their user agreement states I would need written, notarized, signed, faxed permission from all the copyright holders in order to make money on said works. So, my YouTube channel, I get a shit ton of views more than my Blip channel, and I make so much less in ad revenue, because the only thing I make ad revenue on in my YouTube channel is this, and Decker and Dragons, which I really... the fuck? Come on, the battery was like 60% 10 minutes ago. Beeping at me like, oh no. Yeah, I only got 2.5 minutes left to do this, but still. Yeah, I do have plans to continue Decker and Dragons. I'm sure you've noticed it's been a while since the last episode, and the last episode was only episode 2. But I've been trying to think of how to continue it, trying to make it worth the 10-15 minutes the episode is going to be. Give something a little new, another angle here, another angle there. I'm not out of ideas yet. It's only episode 3, and it's just of course, on top of that, I'm still doing the weekly reviews, which do take a lot of time, and I still have the documentary in post-production. I've been kind of held up on that with the trying to get all the music, and also I've been trying to edit out the bits for each of the people who had participated and got in, and send each of them their own individual bit so that they know what kind of images they might have to send back, so that it could go into post-production, so we could have some overlays and stuff, and things would be a little more interesting. The documentary itself is pretty much done except for post-production, and post-production has been so just standing there. It's frozen in time, and it's so frustrating to me. I'm like, come on, Creative Chaos, I can do this. Manic Expression Creative Chaos, directed by Decker Shado. Not happening. Why not? So, yeah, getting close to being out of time here. Thank you, MGM. So, thank you all for watching. I've been Decker Shado, and remember, you should seriously subscribe to that long-haired creepy guy. He keeps calling me and telling me that he doesn't have very many subscribers, and that he's going to track me down and come into my place at night and do weird things to me while I'm tied up in the bedroom. So, to prevent that, please subscribe to him. Please. I don't want to see that creepy guy's long things, hair, or otherwise.